Hey, what's up, y'all? We see how a little while ago we found out how Law's powers work. Seems like he can do four things within that room. He can switch things around. Doesn't necessarily have to be tangible. He can switch your minds around. Um, he can disassemble things, meaning he can take them apart. Not really cutting them. Cause you see how he cuts people up, but he's not really cut. They're not really cut because they're not hurt or anything. They're not sliced up. They're just apart. Their body parts are apart. He can reassemble them in any fashion he wants to, like what he did in Shabondi with the Marines. He attached the guy to a barrel, or what you call him? What's his name? Tiny Mind got attached to a dragon, so he can reassemble them, stick them together in any kind of order he wants. And he can move. It looks like he can move things around. It looks like he has some kind of telepathic powers within that room. But anyway, that's one of the supernovas that we know how their powers work. We pretty much got a good bead on Kid and Bonnie. She can change people's ages, but it might be more to Bonnie than we know because she might be able to change ages or something else. Like your weapon might get so old it deteriorates. We don't know, but those is pretty much. Oh, and X Drake. We pretty much know how his powers work. He can turn into a T-Rex. So he has one of those ancient Zoan fruits. And these Zoans, man, are getting crazy. Like, I thought that the Logias was crazy and Paramecia, everybody was just clowning on that. But there's been a couple top-tier Paramecias, like Whitebeard, who else? Law. But anyway, those zones just been crazy. All the Logias pretty much just almost guaranteed good, but a couple of those zones, like the mythical zones, is crazy. But anyway, this time this is your boy me. Welcome to the channel where anime manga means more. And this time we're talking about Capone and his fruit. You see how he got like a fortress inside of him, looks sort of like a castle. How does that work? Now, how would that work in a fight? Looks like he might have just showed us everything he's got. He might only be able to, turn himself into this castle with people in it that he can, summon at will. That might just be his only power, and shrinking things, of course, and growing things. I think around him, it's a force field around him. It looks as if it shrinks you in order for you to be, what am I trying to say, in relative size to however big his that castle is, so that you can fit inside of it. So how would that work in a fight? I think a lot of devil fruits don't focus on battle, battle prowess. I think some of them, like, remember what happened with Luffy? They kept saying, how could you use that in a fight? You just rub it, you're just bouncing off everything. You absorb some damage, that's pretty much it. They said just fight regular and just absorb, a little bit of melee damage. That's pretty much all you can, they said that's pretty much all you can do. So I think what it is that not all devil fruits is really made for battle. It's just that they figure out some kind of way to use it as a weapon. I think Capone might fit in that category where he's got to use that power in such a way where it helps him in battle, but it's not really meant for battle. So I think what he can do is maybe if somebody punches at him, their fist would go small to a small size. Luffy might have to fight him in Gear 3 mode at all times in order to land a solid punch on the guy. That might be one thing. He could summon some what's it called? The people from inside of him and shoot cannons and whatnot. But outside of that, I don't really see his thing coming in, into some becoming like a real good battle type of fruit. I think he just might be able to shrink you down as you come towards him. That might be the only thing. I can't really get a good bead on what this guy can do though. Like what exactly is his powers? Because it appears like he's Paramecia, but it's a possibility that he could be a Zoan type model castle. And the reason, and I know a lot of people saying, well, no, it's all, animals. Was it technically no, because if anything, Sengoku's definitely not an animal. He's the only one that definitely doesn't fit in that category. Reason being, he turns into a statue, a golden Buddha statue, not a actual person. He doesn't turn into a person. He turns into a statue, a golden statue. So he's not an animal or anything. He's a statue. What you call him? I don't really want to count. What's his name? Chopper, because he turned to a human. Because human probably is fitting to the animal kingdom, so that doesn't count. What you call him? What's his name? Marco. He turned into an animal, but he doesn't turn into a real animal. It's a mythical animal. So it might be the case that some type of mythical zones can turn into buildings or stuff like that. It might be the case because we got a statue already. So he could be in that category, but I highly doubt it. But I can't see outside of him shrinking people down where his powers will come in handy. He's just gonna have to. It looks like he's just gonna have to be strong. He's gonna have to build himself up. But anyway, go ahead and let me know what you think his power is exactly, and how you think he can use it in battle. And rate the video and subscribe and all the other good jazz. And I'm out. Peace.